Welcome. You're listening to the Leading Hope Podcast. My name is VJ Williams, here with my friend and pastor, Kevin Jack. Thank you for joining us, taking time out of your day to become a better leader. If you're new, we release a new episode every Wednesday morning. The easiest way and most successful way is to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Also, share this with a friend on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. Rate and review on Apple Podcasts. A few extra minutes absolutely help get this in the hands of so many more leaders just like you that are getting better like us. And visit leadinghope.online to get updates. Find out more about the Leading Hope community. Episode 184 starts right now.
Woo!
And you've called this bulk time.
Bulk time.
Not like the baseball bulk. Like...
No, not like
move off
B-A-L-K.
Okay, B-U?
Like B-U.
B-U.
B-U-L-K.
You got it. Bulk time. I can't wait till you explain what this means.
So it's just like one really simple idea.
Okay.
Today.
One idea.
And
Bulk
so the idea that for some activities, putting 8 hours on it saves you significant time. For other activities, putting 8 hours on it is diminishing returns.
Yeah.
All at once. And what I've noticed, and again, this is just one idea today, so some of you may hear that and you go, duh, know it.
Yep.
Do you do it? But for some people, I think we can radically increase someone's productivity in these 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And to say it as like,
sure.
We design our weekly rhythms around effectiveness and efficiency.
Yeah.
Like as we plan out our week, we have our meeting schedule, we have all these other pieces to say, this is the work that needs done every single week.
Every single week.
This is the work that needs done over time.
Yep.
How can we organize our meetings? And so we kind of have it set up in a way that like Monday, Tuesday, we have knocked out all the weekly stuff.
Oh, yeah.
By Wednesday, Thursday, we can look more long-term.
Yep.
Or if there's additional things for the weekly stuff, we can really tackle it. By Thursday afternoon, Church World, we have services
tied up
every week.
Loose ends, but future cast.
Yeah. And so we really have that like programmed in to say, so like as I set my schedule, I go, hey, I know I need to write a message every week. So I research it Monday morning. I fill it out Tuesday. I've got meetings Monday afternoon. I review it again on Thursday. I'm good.
Right.
I've got it built in there to go through that. But sometimes, and if I spend more time on that, it's not necessarily really going to help always that much.
Yeah.
But I said this. So I came off of last week. I spent 2 days away to prep out sermons for the future, to write podcasts, to do other stuff. Every quarter, I take 2 days to write.
Yep.
And I get so much stuff done.
Yeah.
Like it is ridiculous the amount of work that I can get done in those 2 days.
No, I bet.
And you actually I'll say it as, I actually kind of, it's weird because I didn't do it this time, but the last time I did it, I worked from like 9 a.m. when I got there until 8 p.m. Fell asleep at 8 p.m. Like I'm serious, like worked straight, like got food in, was great. 8 p.m. conked out.
That's great.
Woke up at midnight.
Oh.
Worked till 3 a.m.
Oh, not great.
But it was amazing. Like lost track of time. It was beautiful. Fell asleep again until like 8 a.m. the next morning. Crushed it. Knocked it all out. It was good.
Drove home.
Drove home. We're good. That didn't happen as much this time, which was fine. I was grateful to keep my more regular rhythm of sleep schedule. In those 2 days, I really feel like I get 2 weeks worth of work done.
It's a lot.
That if I would try to accomplish all of those tasks within the regular office schedule and weekly rhythm, it would take me forever.
Yeah.
Now that's not true. I just want to acknowledge that's not true of everything.
Right.
Okay. So like if you said, listen, I'm not gonna hit the gym this week, but in a month, I'm gonna spend 2 days.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna work out for 16 hours.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
No.
Like it's gonna kill you. It's not gonna go well.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm going to lift every body part.
I'm going to lift every weight
three times
in the gym. Every
in
weight.
2 days.
Every weight. Like
I'm going to have so much muscle atrophy.
I'm going to do every exercise in the gym 3 times. That's crazy.
It doesn't work for going to the gym. It doesn't work for developmental stuff.
No.
It doesn't work for like sometimes even evaluation stuff where you go like, hey, let's evaluate it for 20 minutes. Awesome. Let's evaluate it for 2 hours. That's
Not
worse.
awesome. Yeah.
Like we did 20 minutes, good. 2 hours. Yeah. Not only is it diminishing returns, it's actually negative now.
Yeah.
We've actually just turned cynical on all the things that we're leading.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And so just hopefully to help people out to say like, hey, there's sometimes you need to work incrementally and make slow advances designing your weekly rhythm for effectiveness and efficiency. And other times you need to leap.
Yeah.
And you need to abandon the weekly rhythm to work on stuff and to make it significantly better. Could I reveal our podcast secret?
Oh, yeah. I don't know that we had a podcast secret, but I'm learning it as you all are learning it right now.
We record these 4 to 6 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Not
that much a secret, but yeah.
We change shirts in between each episode.
Oh, yeah, you got something on your shirt right there.
Oh, man.
Oh, there it goes.
Thanks, buddy. We got it.
How about that?
To give the appearance that we recorded every week. We do not.
Nope.
Because it would take far more time for us to set aside time in our schedules.
Oh, and everybody else that helps with it. Caleb, Jay, Matt, all those guys would have to spend extra time setting up and breaking down every time we wanted to do one episode as opposed to setting up once and breaking down for 4.
So we can record 4 episodes in about 2 hours.
Yep.
And we can record 1 episode in about an hour.
Yeah. If maybe longer with the setup. Yeah.
And so we just learned over time to say like, hey, it's far better to bulk the work together and get it all done at once.
For sure.
And it doesn't decrease effectiveness. It does increase efficiency.
I think the interesting part about this, did you have more to go on that? I'm sorry.
No.
I think the interesting part about bulk time, and it's something that I'm just still really trying to observe and understand completely, is that in order for bulk time to be the best, there has to be some busy work in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just be strategy. You will diminish your return on strategy because it's like strategy is one of those things like you can write it out, but you can't test it in the moment. And so you just, well, I'm not sure if it's going to work. Let me think about a different strategy. Let me think about a different. You do that for 4 hours. You're pretty fried. I mean, we see that in offsites.
So I knew, like, if I say, like, going into the writing retreat.
Yeah.
I knew I needed to prep out 2 sermon series.
Yeah.
I knew I needed to figure out especially Christmas. I knew I needed to outline podcast episodes, and I needed to redo the series schedule. I did not hit it in a 1, 2, 3 order.
Right.
I was constantly circulating through all 3 activities,
right,
keeping them all in my mind. And I know for some people are like, that's crazy. But to go, if I was going to try to sit down and work on content for 10 hours in a row, what would have happened is the first hour would have been great. And then it would have dropped significantly as I got tired.
Right.
And so by circulating through those activities at all times, some of them were high mental capacity, others weren't.
Right.
Others felt more busy work.
And that's the thing. I think we have to make sure that when you're including that bulk time, that you're not trying to put in there, hey, this as part of it can have it, but it can't be the whole day. Your whole day can't be strategy stuff. Hey, I need you to come up with a multi-site operation that can serve every person in every country.
Yep.
Give me that. You're going to work on that for 3 hours and you're toast.
Yep.
And so that's an interesting point. What are some of the best things that you do besides you get away the 2? What are some other practices during the week that you bulk your time outside of
that's great.
Outside of meetings?
So how I kind of have my schedule
Your counseling,
set up,
like how you counsel people.
Yeah. If I could jump into that on a schedule. So like Monday morning, I'm working on ideas for sermons. Monday afternoon, we're in meetings. Tuesday, I'm filling out the structure of the message. Like, I already kind of know where it's headed. I'm filling out all the real illustrations and the research and other pieces. Wednesday morning, I'm working on big projects.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to take meetings that are under 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because I want that time. But Wednesday afternoon, I want those meetings between 15 and 45 minutes tops.
Yeah.
So whether it's counseling, appointments, meeting people, stuff like that. And by chunking those all together, what would happen is like I found myself in a spot where like Wednesday morning, I was trying to work on these big important things. And then right in the middle of it was like this 30-minute meet and greet. I'm like, it'll take me 20 minutes to regain my frame of mind and flow of thought after the meet and greet. No, I need to put all those together because I can easily run from thing to thing on that. But I'm losing my thought. And I think the overarching thing in all this is that people don't understand that not all time is equal. And I don't just mean that in terms of your week, but they don't understand that, like, sometimes we did last year, we did this, had to work through some financial issues at the church and change a whole bunch of budgeting pieces. So we got 8 people away for 6 hours.
Yep.
To work on the budget.
Yeah.
And that saved us probably 20 hours.
Oh, yeah.
If we would have tried to piecemeal that in 1 hour meetings over time, it would have taken us 20 weeks.
Yeah.
And we got it done in 1 day.
Yeah.
By 6 hours, by locking in and focusing.
Yep.
And I think sometimes people are intimidated by, we do offsites 4 times a year.
Right.
It's our chance to evaluate, to prioritize. That's really the goal.
Yep.
Evaluate and prioritize.
Yep.
By doing that in 1 day, we save time.
Yeah.
And I think there's this disconnect that people don't understand that, or this is our hope, is to say, like, some things can only be incremental.
Yeah.
Working out can only be incremental.
Yeah.
Don't do it all at once. You're more atrophy than anything else. But some things, by doing it all at once, you save significant time.
The thing, oh man, so much. The things that, like, it seems like it's commonplace or something that sounds very obvious, which is like an offsite is an 8-hour day that your selected team, 7 to 10 to 12 people get to, or in ours is a little bit bigger than that right now. They get together and they try to do what you just said, prioritize and focus on those key things that you want to move the mission forward. If you did that, like, let's just say we did every Monday from 1 to 3 every Monday for 4 weeks to average that time. Do you know how much other work you kill because they had to start and stop in the middle of the day?
It's great.
Right? You start and stop in the middle of the day. You got to get back to where you were in your notes or whatever you're working on. You lost the conversation in your head about what you're trying to accomplish. You get all those distractions out of the way by doing it one time. And if you multiplied your time, so 8 hours is probably more like 40.
Yeah.
Right? 8 hours is more like 40. So you did a week's worth of work, maybe probably more. That's probably on the low end. And instead of starting and stopping in your day. And I think that's what bulk time really does for organizations. And the best people, the best players that do bulk time see incredible gains.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about the weight room gains.
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And so my hope for, like, just kind of jump into some little application pieces for people on here is just to go, hey, what do you need to do? Maybe frame it like this. What is better done incrementally? Question 1. Okay. What are the things that we should do that we can make the most progress by doing it incrementally? And the question 2, what are things in which we can leap? What are areas in which we can jump forward and we save time by doing that? And I think what you'll find is that there are some things you go, hey, this is better, just hit it every week, we're good to go. Other things we just take a day and get away for a day, and I'm going to be good to go. I'm going to be so much further ahead. And I think when you're at your most healthy, effective state is you're building that bulk time into your personal rhythm.
Yeah.
And I would say it as, it was actually our district superintendent, Dale Schaefer. I was struggling with some content pieces and feeling like I was behind. And he just goes to me, he goes, oh, I took 2 days 4 times a year to write out future series and to develop general concepts. And the first thought that was in my head, this is so dumb, is I thought, I can do that?
Yeah.
I can get away for 2 days 4 times a year? That actually sounds fantastic, to remove myself from the chaos for a second and not try to write within the whirlwind of activity. But I was like, I can do that? And I was like, of course I can.
Yeah.
If it's what's best for the organization, this is how I should be using my time.
Right.
Because it does better work. And so I want to give you, hopefully, if I could, permission to say, hey, doing work this way is actually better. And you have permission. If you have a boss, you should probably check with them too. You probably shouldn't say, well, they said I should go do this and they gave me permission. But say, like, hey, work this way if it's actually better.
And here's the thing, when you speak to whoever you report to about it, explain to them the outcome that you're trying to accomplish by this. They would be out of their mind not to. Now, if you don't, if clear about what the outcome, if it's, hey, I want to get away because I want to do this 2 hours worth of work and then do some laundry, that's probably not going to help your case.
Yeah.
But if it's, hey, I want to take this day to get away to a coffee shop for the whole day or whatever it looks like, wherever you need to go to do your work, wherever best fits you. And here's the outcome that I'm going to have from this.
It's great.
Who's not going to say yes to that?
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know anybody unless they just are a time Nazi. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just need you to punch in and punch out. Well, that's a different organization for a different talk. But
you either have a boss who is a bad boss,
yeah,
or they don't trust you.
right.
And if they don't trust you, you should figure out why.
Yeah.
Because it could be a them thing, or it could be a you thing.
Yep.
You could just be completely inefficient with your time, so they don't trust you with your free time. But you should figure that out either way.
Here's a some crazy wisdom. If
crazy.
you don't know if you
wisdom.
don't know if your boss trusts you, ask them.
Oh, that's great. That's a great statement.
Do you trust me? No, this is why. Because the last 2 times I've given you something, you didn't come through.
Yeah.
Yes, I trust you. You always do what you say you're going to do. You'll know.
Or ask it before you ask if you can go take a day or 2 for bulk time.
Yeah.
Do you trust me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to take 2 days to do this. No.
Yes.
Apparently, you don't trust me. Let's figure out why. What's going on there?
That's great.
That's good.
Oh, how do you want to end this one? This is good.
No, I really want to, just the realization, and I've been operating in this for a while,
Yeah.
but we've never shared it with our community at Leading Hope. And hopefully I can release you to do more effective, efficient work by giving you permission to understand it's not always incremental. Sometimes it needs to leap. And if you're not taking the time to let it leap, you're going to be frustrated by things that actually take longer because you're going to do it over seasons, months, when you actually could have done it in a day, and that would have been the best way to do it.
Yeah, I learned bulk time from you. I didn't even know the true concept of bulk time until you started teaching it. And then there's another level that you can go to, which is just multiplying your time, which we'll talk about at another
So
time.
good.
But you can't multiply your time until you know how to bulk it. And this is just a great episode to listen back and know that these things actually work. Thank you for joining us today, episode 184, bulk time. If you're new to the podcast or haven't yet subscribed, it'd mean the world to us if you did that now. Also post about it, rate and review, or both. Won't believe how that helps get this podcast in the hands of so many more leaders just like you. We love hearing your stories of how the podcast is working in your life and business. Send your stories to us, leadinghope.online. There's a contact form there, or just DM us. We'd love to hear from you. And remember, everyone has 20 minutes to learn to become a better leader. Make it count.